Hey guys, Mark Shankman, your motivation dealer here this morning. And today is probably one of the most difficult videos I've had to shoot. I thought about whether or not I wanted to do this and decided that I'm here to provide value. I'm here to teach you, I'm here to motivate you, and I'm here to inspire you. And that's through the good times and the bad. So this weekend, all of you probably that follow me at least know that my son has had some mental issues and struggles with what I suspect is bipolar disorder. And he had some issues with some rules that were laid in place through the hospital program and my discussion, and ultimately he ran away, was missing for about an hour, and we found him, and he has since been in the emergency room waiting for a hospital bed for an inpatient stay at a psych hospital. And last night I went to go see him. I spent 10 hours in the ER the first day on Saturday, and went back to see him yesterday, and he begged and pleaded for me to come home, and it broke my heart, but I know what's in my mind. I know what's best for him. He needs help, and I'm going to get him that help, even if it kills me. But inside, for all of you parents out there, you know how hard it is when your kids have to suffer and there's nothing you can do to stop it. And it ripped me apart seeing him sitting there and begging me to come home. And telling me he swore he would be good and behave and all this, and I know that he's not able to. He's not capable of it right now. But still, as a parent, it tears you apart. So why am I telling you all this? This isn't a pity party. I appreciate the prayers and I appreciate the positive thoughts, but I don't want anybody's pity. I'm here to tell you that you have to stop making excuses for yourself. I had every reason today to make every excuse in the book why I couldn't shoot this video today. And I had every reason in the book to say that this is private and not everybody needs to know about it. But I want you guys to understand that I am a real person and I go through real struggles just like you do. But here's the thing. I made a commitment to myself and to you guys that I was going to make videos, that I was going to provide value to the marketplace, and I was going to teach and inspire people. I was going to motivate you through my actions. And so I want you to stop making excuses for yourself. I want you to stop saying to yourself you can't do things because people told you can't do them. I decided that I was going to come forward with my story today and use that as a way to help overcome some of my own personal demons, and also to show you guys that, you can make all the excuses in the world, but the bottom line is it all starts with you and what's up here. If you want to change your life, you have to change your mind. So you change your mind, you change your life. And I could sit back and I could, cry to myself and my family, and I could stop doing the work and stop being successful and stop providing value to you guys. Or I could step outside my comfort zone. I could talk about my struggles. I can show you guys that I'm real. I can show you guys you're not the only one suffering. And everybody has their own personal struggles, and everybody has their own personal demons. And for each of us, it's different. And thanks so much for jumping on, guys. Linda, Johnny's always there for me, bud. Appreciate you guys jumping on. So, stop making excuses for yourself. If you want to do something, go out and do it. Stop talking about it and do it. All right? Stop getting out of the shower and looking at your big belly and complaining about it, but yet you eat everything in sight and you don't ever go to the gym. Stop complaining. If you're not as successful as you want to be, who are you hanging out with? Are you still hanging out with the same deadbeat friends that have no direction and no drive for success? Or are you hanging out with the people that will help to motivate and inspire you to become what you want to become? You know, stop thinking that you can't do things because you're not smart enough or not good enough, and start reading. Start reading books to grow your mind. Start listening to videos or watching videos that help to grow your mindset. Because it all starts up here. You change your mind, you change your life. But you can continue to sit and woe is me, or you can get up and do something about it. If you don't like where you are right now, you have the ability to change it. I don't care if you're in the ghetto and you have no money. It doesn't matter. All right? I don't care if you're well educated and sick of your freaking job and you just want to change, or you want to be home with your kids, or whatever the case is. You can do something about it, but you've got to start here. And you've got to change the way you do things. You know, if you want different results, you've got to do different things. You can't continue to do the same old thing and expect better results. It does not work that way. So stop making excuses. Stop saying you're too broke. Too broke is bullshit, guys. Too broke means you got to get up off your ass and you got to do something. And you got to make it happen. And it doesn't take much to do that. It might mean investing in yourself first. It might mean investing in some personal development, some coaching, whatnot. You know, it might take that first. Or it may take some minor investment in yourself as a business. But, you know, being too broke is not an excuse. Being too broke is a lack of resourcefulness. Because if you're resourceful enough, you'll beg, borrow, and steal to get it. Don't steal. But, you know, you'll find a way to get the money. You know, I guarantee you, for all those broke people out there always telling me that I'm too broke to do this business, I guarantee you if I said, hey, if you come up with $1,000, and I'm just pulling that number out of the air, it doesn't have anything to do with my business. But if I said, you come up with $1,000 tomorrow, I will hand you $1 million in cash. I guarantee you every single one of you out there would find a way. You'd hit every friend, every family member. You would sell stuff, you would eBay stuff, whatever it took. You would find $1,000 to make that $1 million. So it's not about being too broke. Money is a resource. It's about lacking resources, and it's really about lacking resourcefulness. So stop making excuses. Stop saying you're too broke, because that's bull. All right? So go out there, start working on yourself first, and then start doing things differently than you've done them before. You are the product of the 5 people you hang around with most. So look at those 5 people and think who they are, and if that's where you want to be. Because if those 5 people are working dead-end jobs that they hate, and going out at night or on weekends and drinking and not doing anything productive and not changing their life in any beneficial way, then guess where you're going to end up? In the same exact place. So stop making excuses. Don't accept anything as an excuse. I could have just thrown in the towel today. I could have. It would have been really easy. But you know what? I do this for him. I'm doing it for him and the rest of my kids and family that I love, because I want to be there for them and I want to provide for them. And I do it for them as much as I do it for me. And that is the reason that I'll never give up. And that is the reason that I didn't just take a day off or even take a weekend off. I sat in the ER and I did work. It was one way to, of course, help me ease my mind and pass the time and all that. But I didn't just play video games. I didn't just watch TV in the ER waiting room. I could have, and I did some of that. Of course, I was there for 10 hours. But, you know, I used it as an opportunity to... This is just one of life's struggles. Unfortunately for my son, it's probably a lifelong struggle for him. But I'm going to do whatever it takes right now to provide whatever help I can provide him until the point at which he's got to take it on his own. But right now, he's young. He's only 12, and I'm going to give him every chance in the world to get better. And I hope and I pray, to the Lord that I can, get him the help, and I prayed last night for the strength to persevere, and I asked for the wisdom to make good decisions for him. And ultimately, I'm going to do the best I possibly can. And that's all anybody could ask. I mean, I can't promise I'm going to make every right decision, and I can't promise him I'm going to fix him. But I'm going to do everything in my power to make that happen. And that's why I do this. That's what drives me. That's what motivates me. And you got to find your why. And once you find that why, don't accept any excuse as a reason for failure. Don't accept any excuse for giving up and quitting. Don't accept any excuse for not putting in the work, not putting in the time and the effort, because that's what it takes to be successful. Nobody just falls into success. It doesn't happen that way. Unless you buy a lottery ticket, it doesn't happen that way. So put in the effort, put in the time, put in the work, and stop making excuses. And know that, you know what, you're not the only one going through life struggles. You're not the only one that doesn't have it easy. I've had to fight, kick, claw my way to where I am right now. I did it all on my own. And, you can too. And the struggle is part of it. The struggle is what makes you strong enough to get there. Nobody climbs Mount Everest and in one day with no help and no guidance gets to the top. It doesn't happen. You have to prepare. You have to buy equipment. You have to build a team. You have to, hire a Sherpa to take you to the top, to show you the path. It takes a lot of effort to get to the top. It doesn't happen by accident, and you don't just stroll your way up the mountain and get to the top. It doesn't work that way. So hopefully you guys got something out of this. Again, please, I'm not looking for anybody's pity. I certainly take the prayers, and I'll certainly take the good wishes. Hey, Safe, good to see you, buddy. Love you, man. Appreciate everything you do. And I will check in with you guys tomorrow on the morning commute. Thanks so much for watching. All of you, please keep my son in your prayers, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning. Take care.